guys, how are you?
Oh, we are amazing.
And it was brilliant to see you guys. I should introduce myself. I'm Akua from the British Blacklist, and it's great to speak to you today. How do you feel watching or being in an environment where people are receiving a film that you've made that you spent so much time on, and hearing them laugh in the right places, gasp in the right places, or in the wrong places?
It's humbling. It's like we read the script, obviously, and were moved enough to do the film, and it's such a beautiful experience to have people laughing at the things that you thought were funny, and we're kind of sharing that experience together. And I love that we got to see it in a theater with everyone. You know, obviously it's being released December 23rd on Netflix, all that. But the theater experience is like, you know, there's nothing like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it connects you to community, you know, which is why why we do what we do. That's why we, especially like as musicians too, you know, who have both, you know, as we like start to play characters and stuff in these worlds, like you know, that's the closest thing we're gonna get.
Yeah.
You know, in a movie experience is like, you know, to the live experience, you know,
right.
to hear that.
I never even thought about
that's
that.
it. That's
that.
being in a theater. That's it.
One-on-one interaction, kind of in real time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the difference is we would be up there on the stage singing, but now they're watching us perform. Yeah. But which is, you know, closest thing, like you said.
I like that. I didn't even think of that as well, that missing element from live performances as musicians. Oh, that's interesting. Good. Thank you for that. But could you please introduce your characters, tell us who they are and what their motivations are? I'll start with Janelle.
I play Andy, a tech entrepreneur, a leader, a brilliant mind, a gatherer, and I'll stop there. Very mysterious as well. Yes. I'll keep it simple.
Lionel Toussaint is a friend of Andy's. He's one of the people that she's gathered. You know, she's a curator of rooms and of experiences, and he's a scientist, and I'll probably stop there. He's a part of this little group of friends that Andy
we
has.
both get invited.
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend, Miles Bron, played by Edward Norton. We get invited to a private island to have a weekend, you know, to a reunion and play a murder mystery game.
And that's what you can say.
A party.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done. Did you guys see the full entire script? Did you know what was going on? Or was it revealed like the layers of an onion to you?
No, we
saw the script, yeah.
Okay. We read the whole thing.
But I had the thing of like last night was the second time we saw it, and you know, when you read a script and there's a movie in your mind, right, your personal mind. But I feel like a whole shooting process is trying to understand the movie that's in the director's mind.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get as close. You're trying to understand. And so to see it, it's just so much better than I could have pictured, you know, like once you add the score and the special effects and all the stuff that they shot that I wasn't a part of, like the coming together of the whole thing is just so special.
So when you were saying you watched it and you're seeing it all come together and realised, what was maybe surprising that you didn't expect when you saw it all come together?
I laughed a lot more, and I laughed plenty, but I laughed a lot more than I thought that I would.
Yeah. Some of the lines definitely, like Kate's line specifically, what is reality? Yeah. There's a line, Kate plays Birdie J, another one of our friends, and there are just moments like you have to hear her say that. You can read it. Yeah. And you're like, okay, you'll chuckle. But hearing her say it is like, oh my God, like one of my favorite lines.
Okay, I get that. And so, you know, like it's an ensemble cast and you come in, you meet everybody. And I'm assuming, like last night at the Q&A, you guys were like, you know, there was a clique, it was like a family as what happens. But was there like a natural like siphoning off like tribes? Did you have a tribe of, these are my little crew that I could come together with whilst filming? Were you all just together?
No, it was none of that. It was no division or cliques over here. Everybody, like, which is I think why when you watch the film, there's just chemistry that is just real, and it is because of the bonding we did off screen. You know, we would get together and Rian would write these handwritten notes and would invite us to murder mystery games at the hotel. you know, in a little private area, and we like play. We would play. What else did we do? We did like the aux cord where people would get in teams, and we would like battle songs. Like we did real team building stuff because we wanted to, not because we had to.
Yeah.
And I think all that stuff to me is like the stuff that sticks with your heart, in your heart the most. The relationships you make as you're filming.
It was the best, and you know, like. It's just that ideal experience as an artist. I mean, you know, so many of us were the weirdos, were the people, you know what I mean? Like, were on the outside. So we have no desire, when you get the right people together, there's no desire to recreate that.
Sure.
Like,
Right.
what we're trying to do is to create that ideal thing where, like, everybody's welcome. We're gonna love on you. You need your space, take your space, but like come back. It's right here when you come back. Like it was all that, and it was that from jump. Like Rian, if he's an exceptional director and writer clearly, but he's also like a really great party planner. Like he, the people that he put together
and curator.
He curated that space. He might be. Sometimes they say like a writer and a director, like they have an avatar in their work. Andy might be his. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that might be the Ryan in our movie.
I didn't look at you making me think.
Like, I don't know. That might be Ryan.
Look at you. Look at this one. I think so.
I think so.
And I think the vibe, like obviously when you're making a movie, shit happens.
Yeah, of course.
You know, production, things don't go as planned. We never saw him lose his cool. Always super even keeled. Like, and so when we showed up, whatever, we were trying to figure out certain things. There was a big time difference for a lot of us. So with the lack of sleep and you're trying to learn, you show up like, you might have a little anxiety. I'll speak for myself. But when you see him, like, hey, asking you how you are as a person, not what can you do for my film, it stands out. And you just want to work with that sort of person that keeps the energy and the vibes cool. And I
love that you're exploring and finding layers and revealing or having thoughts that people might not apply to kind of like a comedy whodunit in comparison to like a drama where there'll be like deep thought and people explore and debate and stuff like that. But were there any complexities about filming this project, as fun as it was and in quotes lighthearted as it was?
I would just say Greece is so beautiful, first of all. Like, it was so hard to film in Greece. I mean, you have the ocean and no. But I will say Greece was hot. It was very hot. So we had a lot of exterior stuff that we had to do when it was like 105 degrees. Okay. And then you had the added lights, that production brought in. So those for me were like kind of the most challenging, was like being under the sun and having to like make it look like you're not completely wet underneath your dress. Stuff like that.
And just for being Black actors, and the work that I do is about encouraging visibility and diversity of role, where diversity isn't just putting Black characters in a story, it's also the variations. And you guys have both done historical drama, musical, comedy, and whodunit. Is this, are you intentional with your scripts to ensure that that's what's happening? And do you have a genre that you could potentially lean towards, or I just exploring that? Because I'm enjoying seeing Black actors in a multitude of genres. Because
we're not monolithic, right?
Exactly.
Like we are everything. The well is deep, and there's so much potential. And it's just great that Rian has written these characters that allow us an opportunity to showcase the range. And to this is like the most comedic film I've done to date. And I've done some films that are just iconic, and I'm so thankful I had an opportunity to do. It does feel good to be able to be in like a murder mystery, whodunit. Obviously, with that within itself is just like you show up, you're ready to have a good, fun ride, and it also has something to say. It does have something to say too, which is the brilliance of that writing. And I think we just have to keep, writing the things that we want to see, the things we want to be, stretching our imaginations and going further.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think we belong everywhere. You know, we belong everywhere, and so I'm very grateful for the variety that I'm so thankful. I thought I was gonna be on stage. I would have been perfectly happy, you know, to be in some theater company in Seattle or in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Where like I did 3 or 4 plays a year in a community that valued me. Yeah. So the fact that on some level I've gotten to do that, but in New York and LA, you know, to be a part of this larger community that values me and allows me to play these different roles and bring forth. I'm always though trying to bring forth truthful renderings of Black life. I want, you know, wherever you put me, you know, whether it's in animation or comedy or musical, any of that stuff, I want it to be, I want to be able to be recognized. You know, I want you to be able to like, that's somebody that I know.
Yes.
That feels like my cousin. That feels like my uncle. That feels like my, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Absolutely.
I've seen that, and I appreciate both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.